Owen is the new head of household, but could the final Lindor sampler of the season change the course of the game? Find out now on Big Brother Cheesecake 7 Chocolate Heaven. Hello, I'm Andrew Shevsik Moonves. Welcome to Big Brother Cheesecake 7 Chocolate Heaven. It's day 58 inside the Big Brother Cheesecake house, and this week Owen is the head of household. Who will he nominate for eviction? We'll find out tomorrow. And what will happen in the final Lindor sampler of the season? We'll find out shortly. But first, I forgot to mention in yesterday's episode that Bridget, who was evicted, succumbed to the Pooh Brown power veto. And that means she is the first girl who did not survive the Pooh Brown, which kind of sucks. So we had Chris, Curtis, Jonathan, and now Bridget, who succumbed to the Pooh, and Nicole and Rhonda defeated it. So it has the Pooh Brown power veto has a 33% survival rating, which is pretty lousy. But obviously expected considering you're going up on the block post-veto ceremony. Today, technically yesterday now, is Curtis's birthday. Curtis from South Africa. Happy birthday. I did not peg Curtis as a Leo, but as I told Brazil and Nicole and Curtis in our little extra whip chat, I told Curtis, you're not a Leo. You've got some overbearing Cancer, and some moons are falling from the sky or something. So you're more of a Cancer than a Leo, but it is what it is. So happy birthday, and everybody wished Curtis a happy birthday. We've had 3 Tiffany sightings in the alumni group chat, which is unheard of. That Tiffany, the second most invisible person of all time in Big Brother Cheesecake, has made 3 sightings. Wow! Willy Wonka voting is now closed, and there was a total of, what did we have last week? We went up from 5 to 13 last week, and this week we went down a little. We went down to 9. But Willy Wonka has been notified, and they have until 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tonight to privately message me with the name of a third nominee and a reason why, and also 2 backups in case Owen takes one of those 2 nominees. Owen, as head of household, you also have until 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tonight to privately message me your 2 nominees and a reason why. And also, reminder, house guests, in case you've forgotten, tomorrow is the final veto lottery of the season. There are only 7 of you left, but this week only 6 house guests will participate in the Golden Power Veto competition. So for the last time this season, 1 unlucky person will be sitting out. Okay, Brooke has broken a record, one that she probably doesn't even know about. I want to congratulate Brooke because, excluding All-Stars, where everybody was a returnee, Brooke is the returnee who, on their second season, has made it the furthest in the game. Congratulations, Brooke. So this record was previously held by Rhonda. She played in Season 2, finishing 5th, and then she came back in Season 3, and she finished in 10th place. So you actually broke it a couple weeks ago, and I didn't even realize. So yeah, of all returnees in regular seasons, because everybody's a returnee in All-Stars, of all returnees, you have had the best placement, no matter, even if you go this week. But who knows what will happen? Maybe you'll win this season. I don't know. Which is honestly this season. So whenever people ask questions in the diary room that I can't give an answer to because either you're not supposed to know or I can't give that information away for whatever reason, I love responding with, I don't know. Which actually, it's a funny story. That actually came from an old friend, Jessica Horta. I worked with her at Longo's years ago. And we went to Buffalo once. And we were in an H&M in the Boulevard Mall, I think. And the sales lady is talking to Jessica, and the sales lady goes to Jessica and says, "Oh my God, aren't you happy that H&M is coming to Galleria Mall?" And Jessica just goes, I don't know. Oh, and the saleswoman looks at her like, okay. No, really funny story. Anyway, speaking of funny stories, first of all, we have a picture of Javier's dog, seen here. So cute. He mentioned to me, speaking of manspreading, and yeah, quit your manspreading, Poochie Poochie. Oh, that's ironic, considering Pooch was the one who manspread. Also, Tom put in the Jury and Friends chat a video of a fire in Peachland, and I thought it was something serious, because we all know out west there are big fires, so I got scared, and I hit the link, and I saw this.
Hey, live on location, there's a fire here behind the IGA at Peachland. It's a transformer burning. It's caught somebody's cedar. Hopefully it's not going to get anywhere else. It's sparking out there. Fire department's coming.
Whoop-de-doo, a garbage can exploded or something, or some bonfire that kids were doing. They threw Mentos and Diet Coke in and it exploded. Woo! Tom, you're running out of material. It's day 58. We need better material. Yeah, okay, so I think that's everything. So before I get to the final Lindor sampler of the season, a reminder that Brooke got to choose between dark and orange because she hasn't been, the wheel never landed on her, so she's the last person. She automatically gets one of them. There's two left, dark and orange. We know that they're both good. And then we will spin the wheel. And I said that all 7 house guests were going to be on the wheel 3 times, and there were 3 wedges up for grabs. I put in 3 before or after questions, which I'm going to get to in a moment. And if you answer correctly, you gain one of the 3 remaining wedges. But if you answer incorrectly, you lose all your wedges to the person who got it right in that question. Okay, so let's find out what happened. So, question 1 was, were Andy's creme de menthe featured in my goodbye messages before or after M&M's peanut butter? Kennedy says, before! What is this? What do I win? And before is correct. So Kennedy earns an extra wedge. She goes up to 4 wedges. Everybody else has 3. She says, I checked the main chat at the right time. Question 2, which the first question, by the way, was at 12:43 p.m. The second question at 3:41 p.m. Was caramel featured in my goodbye messages before or after Coffee Crisp? Kennedy, after. Yo, I'm just guessing. She's correct. She goes up to 5 wedges. Everybody else 3. Y'all know I'm bad at watching episodes. Then at 7:47, was Butterfinger featured in my goodbye messages before or after Kit Kat Chunky Cookie Dough? Brooke says before, Javier before, and then Rayanne says after for funsies. Rayanne didn't understand the rules because Brooke is correct. It is before, and that means that Brooke earns a wedge. She goes up to 4, but she also gets Rayanne's wedges. She loses them all. So Brooke has 7, Kennedy 5, everybody else 3, and Rayanne 0. So once again, going into the Lindor sampler momentarily, Brooke has 7, Kennedy has 5, everybody else 3, Rayanne 0. Last but not least, before I get to the Lindor sampler, Owen, I was supposed to do your head of household bedroom reveal. I am working on it. The person who I asked is taking their sweet-ass time. If they don't give me a video, I have a backup planned. If not, I'll just get Karen and Steven to film a video or something, or they'll find somebody from Indoor. But it was funny because last season Karen and Steven had their HOHs back to back to back, and I was at the point where I'm like, nobody cares anymore. Like, this is like your 4th HOH each, and they just kept on sending me videos from Endure people, and I'm like, all right, so I put it on because they were funny videos. But I kind of wish that it's kind of a missed opportunity. I kind of wish that when Steven had an HOH, that Karen would send in the video, like, oh my god, Steven, you're head of household, I'm so excited, I'm so ready for it. And then when Karen won HOH, that Steven would send in a video saying, hey, Karen, cool beans, your HOH. That would be really funny. Anyway, okay, let's get to the final Lindor sampler of the season. I can't believe it's already the last time we're doing this. So sad. I've been sitting on this idea for 2 years now, maybe more. 2.5, 3 years. Anyway, Brooke picked orange, so she automatically gets that one, and we know it's something good. And by the way, the alumni figured this out like, the alumni figured this out week 2, and it's kind of embarrassing that it took, I think it was week 5, that it got claimed by a house guest. So yes, one of the house guests has to steal a vote. I think everybody knows at this point. It's only day 58. Anyway, Brooke, orange. I'm very surprised that orange was left till like last, because orange chocolate is pretty popular. Like, I love Terry. I fucked him once, it was really hot. But I also love Terry's chocolate orange. Okay. Oh yeah. Oh! I was really trying to say, ooh! Oh! So good. I have like no complaints. Literally no complaints. Absolute sex. It's obviously something good. Oh God. I don't know why, but it tastes even better when I'm like live filming it. It's really weird. Anyway, Owen. What's your name? Brooke. Let's see what you want. The Emerald Power Veto. So, it's interesting. The Emerald Power Veto premiered in Season 3. It has never been won this late, the last week of eligibility, or the last week that it could have been earned, ever. It actually tends to be drawn early. JoJo had it in Season 3. He will argue this with me. It was not a successful use. Now let me explain what it does first. So, in any non-endurance competition, you can veto the results of any competition, and we will have a random draw for a new winner. So any non-endurance competition, you don't like who won, you can play the Emerald Power Veto to veto that competition, and we'll have a random draw for a new winner. If it's in a head of household competition, the outgoing head of household cannot be drawn in the random draw. If it's the Golden Power Veto competition, only the players who are playing in the veto competition can be drawn. And also, you cannot use the Emerald Power Veto in endurance, or if a nominee wins the Golden Power Veto. If a nominee wins the Golden Power Veto, they're guaranteed safety and you cannot use it. So yeah, JoJo in Season 3, he played it on Julian, but I didn't think he should have that round, but anyway. He played it on Julian, and Julian was drawn again. So the person who is dethroned can still be drawn again. CJ, like, I can write a novel about this, like a thesis, an essay. CJ used this brilliantly in Season 4. She shouldn't have even had it. She should have been evicted that week, but she played it on Rai Rai. Lindsay ended up getting the head of household. Rai Rai gets evicted that week, and the entire second half of the season changes. Emerald Power Veto had an enormous impact on Season 4. And CJ should have been evicted. She was thrown the Topaz Power Veto the week before by Kat. I will remind you over and over again, Kat, till the day you die. Rhonda had this in Season 5. I believe she vetoed I think it was Curtis, and it went to Nicole. No, it was Nicole, and then it went to Curtis, I believe. And then last season, Steven had it. He vetoed Rhonda's HOH, and Rhonda ended up getting drawn. So it's only been successfully used once by CJ, but that was an epically amazing successful use. Okay, now it's time to get to the wheel to determine who will get the Dark Lindor. It's time for the second Lindor Sampler of the Night. Okay, here we go. This is the last time I'm spinning the wheel this season. Oh, wheelie. But the wheel will be back for Season 8. Duh. So yeah, so reminder, everybody has 3 wedges except Rayanne has 0, Brooke has 7, and Kennedy has 5. Everybody is there. I double and triple checked it. So, ooh, Bonbon. So here we go. Is everybody ready? It's time to spin the wheel. Last time I'm spinning the wheel. Will Brooke finally be landed on? Brooke will. Oh! She finally got landed on! Wow! Brooke getting that question correct and Rayanne getting it wrong, because these were the three that were supposed to be Rayanne's. Well, in theory. You finally got landed on. And Kennedy, you just missed out. So the wheel lands on Brooke. This will be interesting, because this could put a target on her back, because Brooke is now getting a second power. And I think you're going to be the first person to ever hold these two things at once. So, let's see, dark. So, what I love about this one, I call this, Tiffany and I, we coined the phrase blue dark, because Lint has a super dark, which is like 89, well, Kennedy had it earlier in the season, when she couldn't vote. It's like 90% bitter dark chocolate. Tastes like dirt. This is blue dark. It's regular dark. It's not too dark. If you don't like milk chocolate, because some people don't, this really is perfection. Yes. Ooh! I will miss having a Lindor every week on the show. But don't worry, I'll still have them daily, off camera. Okay, so this is obviously something good. Brooke, are you ready? You're about to have a lot of power. Here it comes. Or you're about to get flushed out of a lot of power. Anyway, here comes the final Lindor. The Sapphire Power Veto. Ironic that the blue Lindor ended up being the Sapphire total. These were all selected, by the way, at random prior to the start of the season. The Sapphire Power Veto. This one is complicated. A lot of people don't get it. Chantal, Jonathan, and JoJo, when they did Reality Realness, they spent an hour trying to figure it out and I couldn't. The Sapphire Power Veto allows you to veto a veto. What that means is, in the Golden Power Veto ceremony, if the holder of the Golden Power Veto chooses to use it to save one of the nominees, you can use the Sapphire Power Veto and reverse that and say, no, you're not. Also, if the Golden Power Veto winner chooses not to use the Golden Power Veto, you can reverse that, and you can use the Golden Power Veto on whoever the hell you want. So you can reverse the decision at the Golden Power Veto ceremony. Just like with the Emerald Power Veto, though, there is one exception, which is that if the Golden Power Veto is won by a nominee, the Sapphire Power Veto has no power. So with both your Emerald and your Sapphire Power Veto, if a nominee wins the Golden Power Veto, they're allowed to take themselves off the block. You cannot use either of these. A lot of you are probably going to say, why are there so many vetoes in the game? This is how many vetoes there always are. It's just this season, all of the special vetoes ended up being drawn at the end. Normally they're split up, but really you have the Diamond, the Ruby, the Sapphire, and the Emerald that all came really, really late in the season. I think they came week 6 and on. Only the Amethyst veto came early. Everything else, it was all the bad stuff and the fast forwards that came early. So it was really luck of the draw. So yes, there are a lot of powers in play, and both of these can be used up to and including the week of the Final 6, which is next week. But now, house guests, you know what all the powers remaining in the game are. You don't know if or who has the hidden immunity idol, and you don't know who has the steal a vote. But otherwise, everything else is out on the table for the next month. There's no more special privileges, powers, whatever. So yeah, congratulations, Brooke. Wow, you waited a long time. You were almost evicted, and then the wheel lands on you and you get two things at once, which is, you broke 2 records today. Furthest that a returnee has ever gone in their second season, and 2 powers on the same day. So honestly, congratulations. Great day for Brooke. With that said, who will Owen nominate for eviction? Find out tomorrow. And who will Willy Wonka nominate as the 3rd nominee? Saturday is Extra Whip, where Brazil, Nicole, and I will dish the dirt with Bridget on what went wrong. Sunday is the Golden Power Veto competition, which will be a very fun competition. It is on Zoom. Be prepared. So you're going to have to put pants on, Michael, and a shirt maybe this time. Monday is the Golden Power Veto ceremony. Tuesday, the final 3 nominees plead their case, and Joanne will make us s'mores. And Wednesday is the next live eviction and head of household competition, where another house guest will be evicted from the Big Brother Cheesecake 7 house, get a tummy ache from eating too much chocolate, and lose their shot at the $700 cash prize. I'm Andrew Shevsik Moonves. Take care, and remember, 9 out of 10 dentists agree Crunch is great for their business. Good night.